Why does your damage feel weaker than it should? Are your expensive items not giving you the power you expect? And could your build be sabotaging your late game potential? Let's uncover the 10 biggest item mistakes that makes you weaker and tell you what you are supposed to do to fix them. Hi guys, Kazuki here, and in this video I will be breaking down some of the most common item mistakes players make and showing you exactly how to fix them. Well, we are back with an exciting epic skin giveaway. Not one, not two, but 20 epic skins. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel, like the video, and comment down your favorite part. The winners will be announced once we hit 1.5 million, so hurry up and grab yourself an epic skin. Making mistakes while building items is common, especially when you have just started playing the game and you have reached legend or mythic where items do matter. And for all the experts, yes, how you itemize depends on the hero and situation. This list is made in a way so that it is really general. Just some basic rules that you can follow to be on the safe side. First and the most basic rules are mostly for all the marksmen and heroes who go for Trinity build. Don't build Golden Staff along with crit items, because Golden Staff converts all the critical attacks values into attack speed. So let's take Berserker's Fury as an example. Even though your base crit chance is being converted into attack speed, your another passive is being wasted in the dumps because you are not triggering any critical attacks. The same thing happens with Heart's Close. You are not triggering its other passive. These two items are the items you should not be building with Golden Staff. For other crit chance items, technically you can build them. But there are just better options for you than them, in most cases. And the Golden Staff doesn't disable guaranteed critical strikes. So if you ever wondered why you are able to critical attacks on Moscow even though you are on a Trinity build, that's the reason. And these are the other heroes who deal with guaranteed critical strikes. Another important aspect of Golden Staff is understanding its synergy with attack speed. Heroes like Badang and Carry can benefit significantly due to their skill mechanics that triggers on basic attacks. However, pairing it with heroes who rely on raw crit damage like Mia or Bruno will undercut their potential. Always consider your hero's playstyle before locking in Golden Staff. It's an incredible item, but only when used on the right heroes. Hey guys, listen up. The Kazuki Plus membership is finally live. And guess what? For just 59 rupees, yep, that's only $0.65 or 39 PHP. You get so many awesome perks. Loyalty badges to show off your support, custom emojis to spam in the comments, early access to all my new videos before anyone else, exclusive travel vlogs so that you can see all the behind the scenes from my trip, studio and bootcamp updates to keep you in the loop, and of course, unfiltered BTS moments with me and Team Kazuki, raw, real and super fun. Oh, and here's the best part, the first 100 members will get a special shout out. So what are you waiting for? Hit that join button below and click the link in the description and become a part of the Kazuki Plus family. Next up, let's talk about items with the same passive. It's important to understand that building two items with identical passive is just a waste of gold. For example, combining Malefic Roar with Malefic Gun doesn't stake their penetration, they just combine into one. Similarly, Dominance Eyes and Sea Halberd won't double your anti-heal effects. Stacking passive isn't just about wasting gold. It can also limit your flexibility in fights. For instance, if you stake anti-heal items, you lose out on other crucial effects like cooldown reduction or sustain. They can lead to poor late game scaling where fights last longer and your build no longer supports your team needs. Diversification ensures you remain adaptable throughout the game. Always diversify your items to maximize their value. Building overkill stuff is another rookie mistake. This usually happens when players take damage items without considering survivability. Sure, you might deal insane damage, but if you're squishy as paper, even one wrong move will send you straight back to the base. The inverse of this is also true. Some fighters need some damage, so going full defense on them and complaining about kills won't work. And also don't build items for excessive mana regen. Why would you need both demon shoes and an enchanted talisman? What are you doing that requires so much mana regeneration? Now let's get into incompatible items on incompatible heroes. A classic example is building War Axe or Thunderbolt on Marksman. Why? Well, the effects are half for Marksman, so you will mostly be tickling your enemies with these items. If you are looking for slow, then you can go for Corrosion Side. Or if you want the true damage, Endless Battle is a much better fit than War Axe or Thunderbolt. The same thing also applies to the Wind of Nature. Don't build this on any other roles other than Marksman. Here's a tip about Sky Piercer. Avoid using it with fewer than 30 stakes in the late game. In the late game, if you have less than 30 stakes, you are just clogging your item slot with an item that is not really doing much. Instead, sell it out for an item that you can use more and do more stuff with. Building the wrong type of defense is another trap many fall into. For example, if you are up against a mage, like Chang'e, building Athena's shield is not ideal because it only saves you from burst damage for a few seconds at a time. So whenever you are receiving consistent magic damage, go with Radiant armor. But if you are fighting someone like Nia, Antiquarius won't do much. Go for Blade armor or Wind of Nature instead. Match your defense for the damage type of your opponents for the best results. Starting your build with expensive items can cripple your early game. Going for something like Blade of Despair right off the bat means you will have no stats for the early skirmishes, leaving you vulnerable. Instead, prioritize core items that give you early power spikes, then transition into expensive options later. The same thing applies to Holy Crystal. In mages and magic damage heroes, it is too expensive, and you will need more magic damage to scale it anyway. Another common mistake is mixing items that scales differently, combining magic and physical items. Like Holy Crystal with Blade of Aptases results in a confused build that doesn't fully amplify either damage type, because one needs magic damage to scale and another needs physical damage to scale. I know this is a pretty uncommon example, but it's just to give you a gist of it. Stick to one scaling path to maximize your hero's potential. Building the wrong kind of anti-heal is also a big issue. For example, building Dominance Eyes on a squishy marksman is inefficient when Sea Halberd provides better anti-heal and damage. On the other hand, if you are a tank, Dominance Eyes is more practical than Sea Halberd because it suits your role better. The same thing can be also applied during the laning phase. If you are in the EXP lane, the hero against you doesn't deal basic attack damage, you can go with Sea Halberd instead of Dominance Eyes. Lastly, not understanding micro items and failing to adapt to the situation can be costly. When I mean tier 1 and tier 2 items like Black Ice Shield, Fury Hammer, Legion Sword, Silence Drop and more. Your journey towards itemization should go like this. First, build your core items. Every hero has their core items. For example, Ruby has War Axe or Claude with DHs or tanks with Dominance Eyes. If you are done with your core items, then look at your situation and look at what you need the most. If you do not have enough physical damage, then you can buy a Legion Sword or Fury Hammer. If you get the damage you need, you can further go into multiple build paths and get the item you feel like you need right now. If you build your items this way, not only you are learning more about the game, but you are also understanding what each items do. If you need a full video on pathing and how it works, please comment down below. I'm more than happy to do it. So guys, what do you think? What other things do you think I miss out on? Which is your favorite item in Mlbb? Comment down all your thoughts below. So that will be all for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Keep supporting Kazuki Official.